Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR News. The NASCAR Cup Series just wrapped up the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's start out by saying Toyota is on top in 2026, and you'll understand why by the end of this video. We're going to cover everything that happened in the Food City 500, from the winner, how they won, standings, notable finishers, fast facts, results, so much more. So let's hop right into it. We're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. I guess let's start out with the winner. Ty Gibbs. Fourth year in the Cup Series. Full-time, along with part-time starts. And he finally picks up the win in Bristol. Probably his best track in the NASCAR Cup Series statistically. And picks up his first career win in the NASCAR Cup Series. It was anything but easy. We'll break down why exactly I'm saying that, but it's his first victory in 131 Cup Series starts. It's his first of 2026, obviously, because it's his first career win, but it's his sixth top 10 of the season through 8 races. That shows just how good they've been to start 2026. So they're way ahead of where they have been the past couple years to start the season. Already 6 top 10s through 8 races, which is pretty crazy. And coming in, he was the favorite, no doubt. One of the favorites. I won't say the favorite, but one of the favorites. Because guess what? Coming in, he had 4 top 10s through 6 starts at Bristol. Now he has 5 top 10s through 7 starts at Bristol. So, again, coming in, he was one of the favorites and was good last year, so it's not a complete surprise to see Ty Gibbs in victory lane at Bristol in 2026. But with how their season has started and all of his previous Bristol races, I'm not surprised one bit. But Ty Gibbs in victory lane in 2026, phenomenal. And Toyota has won 6 of the 8 races through the 2026 season. Chevy and Ford only have 1 win apiece this year, which is hard to believe. Usually Chevy would be leading the manufacturer's standings at this point in the season and would win the manufacturer's championship at the end of the year. But nope, Toyota's leading the manufacturer's standings by over 100 points. Incredible, and it's quality stuff for Toyota. Could you say? I could say, honestly, I don't know if anyone could, but I could say something good for every driver a part of the Toyota camp this weekend. I mean, even someone like Riley Herbst or John Hunter Nemechek, they had a high point in Bristol. But what I'm trying to get is every single Toyota had something good happen to them this weekend. Finally, at least some sort of good run for a Toyota, at least for all of them, except for maybe 1 or 2 of them. But besides that, Toyota had a very fantastic weekend overall. Now let's break down how this win came to be. On lap 339, Ryan Blaney took the lead from Kyle Larson and would lead up until a caution. Now, Kyle Larson, he led most of the race. He won stage 1, stage 2. He took the lead around lap 40 or something, lap 30, lap 40, and led. And that's only because, in my opinion, Ryan Blaney's pit crew could not get clean stops. They could not keep their pit stops clean. If Blaney's crew had kept their pit stops clean all race, Blaney would have led the most laps, I'm sure. Blaney would have led the most laps if they had clean pit stops every single time. But every pit stop was bad except for like 1 or 2. But aside from that, pit stop after pit stop, Blaney must have been sick of it. And pit road, again, it was just miserable for the 12 team. So, again, Blaney finally took the lead from Kyle Larson for the final time and led over the 54 until lap 478, where there was a spin by Chase Elliott. Now, 5 cars would stay out, including Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin, and Tyler Reddick. Kyle Larson would take 2 tires, and Blaney would take 4, and then there were other mixes in between there, between 2 and 4 tires. The restart, Ty Gibbs would run away up until lap 4, where he's the Monster Energy car in the lead, and then the other Monster Energy car, the Toyota we don't really talk about, who's just out of the picture, Riley Herbst, he spins and causes an overtime, and now Gibbs has to go ahead and, with all the pressure on his shoulders, has to go out and win on an overtime restart. Runs away just a tiny bit. Blaney's still up his inside and right to the line. Blaney sideways. Ty Gibbs wins by 55 thousandths of a second over Ryan Blaney in Bristol. And I believe they said it was the first overtime restart to finish off the race since 2015. I mean, I didn't see a Bristol overtime finish in the Cup Series in my time watching NASCAR, but still, crazy, crazy stuff. And Ty Gibbs wins, beating out the best, Blaney Larson, who dominated and led all but 31 laps combined. So, and he won on old tires against the best, which is crazy. So Ty Gibbs, phenomenal. Let's get to results here. Ty Gibbs first, we talked about him. Second for Ryan Blaney, great effort again. The pit crew. Blaney's pit crew was like 35th or 36th overall for pit crew rankings. Come on, just clean it up and they could have so many more victories. Think about all the victories they lost based on their pit crew's performance. I mean, they gotta clean it up. Ugh. And finally came back, and every single time they had pit issues, Blaney rallied back and came to the front, and it was taking less and less more time because Blaney was getting so used to the pit crew's issues, he kept making it up quicker every single time. It was funny. Blaney led at 190 laps overall and probably had the best car aside from the dirty pit stops. Come on, just clean up pit road and they'll be fine. Third for Kyle Larson. Again, he dominated early. Stage 1, Stage 2, he won. Led 284 laps. Also so close to winning and matching last year's performance. But again, Blaney had the faster car. He passed him late in the race, and Larson was out of the picture. Aside from maybe those final restarts, but Blaney took 4 tires. He had the better car. Who's gonna win? Really. Fourth for Tyler Reddick also. He had early pit road issues and recovered. And it's a good improvement because Tyler Reddick, he wants to improve on short tracks if he's going to win the championship this year. They got to improve on short tracks. This is incredible for that team when they're trying to improve on short tracks. So good for Tyler Reddick, top 5. Speaking of top 5, finally a clean race for Chase Briscoe. He was solid top 5, top 10 all race. Finally, good, clean result. We'll talk about where they are in points in a few moments. 6th for Todd Gilliland. They took 2 tires on one of the final stops. Great reward for the risk. And tires really didn't mean much. We'll talk about that a little later as well. 7th for Joey Logano. Struggled early. It was like a mix of Darlington and Martinsville performances combined. Like the first part of the race was Darlington, where he was just struggling like 25th, 20th. And then the second half, he came alive and came up to the top 10, was running 3rd, 2nd at one point. So, good short track result for Joey Logano. A historically good track for him, so he should be doing good. But still, good result for him, even with the early struggles in the race. 8th for Ryan Preece. Good result for RFK. I mean, he's a short track modified racer from the Northeast. What do you expect? I expect a good performance on a short track, and that's exactly what he did in Bristol. 9th for Denny Hamlin, decent day. He really wasn't one of the better cars, which I'm surprised. Denny Hamlin, he's won at Bristol many, many times. And usually, he's always one of the best, if not the best driver at Bristol every time they show up. But even wasn't like a top 5, maybe even top 10 car. He struggled to get in maybe the top 3, but still, Hamlin, solid result, top 10, 9th for him. 10th for Hocevar, he ran top 5, top 10 for the mid to later portions of the race, and had a shot to win. He was on the same strategy with Ty Gibbs, like I mentioned a few moments ago. He stayed out, but just got swallowed up by the new tires late in the going. 11th for Bubba Wallace, again, pretty good solid race for him after a disastrous Martinsville a couple weeks back. Good result for them, especially on a short track. I mean, it's not their strength one bit, but still, good for them. 12th for Suarez, again, great result. I mean, something with Suarez and Spire just clicks every single week. Good result for them. We'll talk about where they are in points as well. 13th for Buescher, good result for RFK. And speaking of good result for RFK gets all 3 cars in the top 15 with Brad Keselowski in 14th. So good for them. Definitely showing that Fox mentioned this, every single race, they seem to get a better result than where they run in the race. And that is completely true. I mean, it's every single week. I feel like I'm reading off exactly where they finish every single week, because it's not even a joke. They finish better than where they run every single race. And Keselowski got spun early in the going, so good recovery for him as well. 15th for AJ Allmendinger, solid result and solid race overall. He ran like 20th, somewhere around there for the early parts of the race, but came around in the later portions of the race. And even with the pedals getting warmer, and that was an issue with the previous generation car, but I guess it showed up for him. And I mean, come on, he always has the overheating issues with his car. Just give him a break. And then notables, 27th for Christopher Bell, just a disaster. He looked like he could beat Kyle Larson, one of the few cars that could beat Kyle Larson or even Ryan Blaney early. But then early in the going on a pit stop, he has a speeding penalty, and then trying to recover from that, he spun, and then later after that got damaged, and just went many laps down, kept hitting the wall, had to make repairs on pit road, cost them tons of laps. I think they finished like 2 or 3 laps down. Just a disaster for them. Speaking of disaster, you probably couldn't even control. And they had a clean day. It's 30th for William Byron. They had a clean day. No major issues, no spins, no nothing. And they had to start in the back for unapproved adjustments. And Bristol track position matters. And they got sucked up into the lap down category and never could get out. Just trapped laps down all race long, so not good for them at all. 37th for Bowman as well. It's his first race back. He got caught up in an incident with SVG getting loose, sliding up into the track, and Nemechek just shoved Bowman into the mess, and Nemechek got caught up in it as well. So, just a mess for those drivers as well. Now for standings. First is Tyler Reddick, 386 points. Second is Blaney. He is 62 points behind Reddick. Third is Hamlin. Fourth, Gibbs. Fifth, Elliott. Sixth, Kyle Larson. Seventh, Byron. Eighth, Wallace. Ninth, Bell. 10th, Chris Buescher. 11th, Keselowski. 12th, Logano. And then for the bubble, for the chase, Carson Hocevar plus 33. 13th. 14th for Preece plus 33 as well. 15th, Suarez plus 16. And then 1 point at the cut line for the chase. 16th is SVG, and 17th below is Chase Briscoe, minus 1 point. And then 3 drivers below, still in the picture though. 18th, Cindric, minus 5. 19th, McDowell, minus 6. And 20th, AJ Allmendinger, minus 21. Now, some other fast facts before we wrap this thing up. Stages 1 and 2 were won by Kyle Larson, like we mentioned. Xfinity fastest lap goes to Ryan Blaney. There were 12 lead changes through 4 different leaders. And 9 cautions on 72 yellow flag laps. My overall review of the race, it was pretty good, different leaders. I'm just happy it wasn't a Larson snooze fest, as they called it last year, where he led like 462 laps. Like, mix it up, please. Don't just have the same driver leading over and over. So it wasn't that kind of race, but it was pretty good, honestly. The new tire did not wear as much as people probably thought. I mean, it showed when Ty Gibbs wins on old tires against the best two drivers against him. Blaney on 4 tires, Larson on 2, and he still wins. And then, like we talked about, Gilliland, he took 2 tires and survived and got a good result. I think P6, so good for him. And then early on, we didn't mention this, but early on, Chase Elliott and Josh Berry, they stayed out and pretty much kept pretty much kept the same spot on when they stayed out. They kept the same spot. They really only lost like 5 or 6 spots maximum. And once they hit like the 100 lap mark in the run, it started to wear. But even then, the tires didn't wear drastically. So it was interesting for sure with the tires. And even then, there was 3 wide, 2 wide racing. And it was overall a good race with the racing line moving up the track. With the traction compound at the bottom of the track. And the racing line, like I said, moving up the track. Overall, it ended on the top lane, the race, so it was a pretty good race. Wasn't that bad, not as bad as last year, that's for sure, but still, good race overall. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Next race is next Sunday. They head to Kansas, a 1.5 mile. Always great racing with the next gen car. It's next Sunday, April 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a great time. 1.5 miles are always great with the next gen car. But, yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, why not smash that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you like these kind of videos, you are in the right place. I would consider subscribing. And we will do this all again next week after Kansas. But, yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.